Tom, here with the third match in the Standard Daily with the 4-color Lifegain deck. This is kind of a risky hand. It's a good hand. It needs a red source to be a great hand. And one more land, hopefully a Sacred Foundry would work. I'm not going to mull this. We are currently 1-1, and wow, I make this big comment about how 90% of decks are this RG aggro deck, and I haven't even faced one yet in this tournament. So, anyway, that's what usually happens. I make a deck to beat a specific deck, and then never see it. But we did lose the first round, though, so maybe all those RG aggro decks won, and then we're in the loser bracket right now, so we're going against other decks that struggle with that. Blind Obedience is... it looks like we're going to be playing like an Esper control build. They're the ones that I know that run the Blind Obedience main board. And the Blind Obedience isn't going to do too much to us, as it's not a race, and we're going to gain a ton of life. And we're able to draw into that Farseek last turn, which is great. It's going to set us up for a 4th turn Thragtusk and help us get this Sacred Foundry here. I still need to get a Stomping Grounds. I don't have a Stomping Grounds yet. No, I would not like to pay 2 life, but I got these sexy Ravnica lands from good old Ravnica. Alright, pass it back to him. Yep, Esper control. So Huntmaster could get countered here, but I'm okay with it getting countered. I don't have any Caverns of Souls, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, you come into play tap, which does nothing to me because I have no hasters in this entire deck. And I'm hoping that I can get card advantage late game with the amount of Unburial Rites, Angel Serenities, Restoration Angels. You know the drill. So he's just going to Supreme Verdict that, huh? And tap out for me to cast a Thragtusk. That is interesting. I don't. Maybe he's trying to save some life here. Maybe he just doesn't have anything else in his hand. But I'm okay with 1-for-1ing here. So I'm hoping to draw. I do have a play if I don't draw land here, but I can always cast a Rock's Faith Mender, which I will do. Can't quite cast that Tristani. The Keswick might get us there late game. Very great card against control, as I've stated plenty of times in the past. Gavany. I haven't seen the Gavany. I don't even know if I included it in this deck list. I thought I had a Gavany in here. So 1 Verdict down the drain. This deck runs an insane amount of sweepers, though. It runs Verdicts, Terminus, Devour Fleshes. Not only a matter of time before they realize that Mutilate works very well. Other than Mutilate's heavy black and they're just splashing black. Tamiyo. Fine. Fine, Tamiyo. This is going to tap down my Rock's Faith Mender. Or he could actually tap down a land, but yeah, it definitely would be. Okay, it doesn't tap down the Rock's Faith Mender. So I could at least wheedle down Tamiyo. And I will Abrupt Decay that. Oh, I can't Abrupt Decay. Yeah, he tapped the right one. Well, that sucks. He tapped down my land. So I need to draw a green land here. And we'll be golden. Okay. Well, Tammy might get there. Yeah, I'm going to lose to Tamiyo here. I'm bricking on the land drops. Yeah, at this point there's absolutely... well, the Unburial Rites is going to help a little bit as I can throw this Angel of Serenity in the bin. But fact, maybe I should actually just throw this Unburial Rights in the bin and try to get back a Huntmaster. That way I can cast it if I draw into a land. But I've got so much play if I can draw into a land anyway, that I think that the Angel of Serenity is the right call to put in the bin. So this deck is relentless. This Esper deck is relentless if you miss your land drops. We don't really have the greatest sideboard either against it. And I'm sure he's got a handful of sweepers and removal. And so, yeah, basically our only hope is to draw a green source here to cast this Huntmaster. If it gets countered, it's good game. Countered or swept is pretty much game, because he puts it up to 8 and then the next turn he ults after that. So let's see what he does here. I gotta think he has it. 5 cards in hand. Here comes the Terminus. Yeah, that's game. He goes up to 8. The next turn he ults. So we'll go on to game number 2. Tamiyo's his win condition. So Dread Wars, Slaughter Games, Rakdos Return come in. Abrupt Decay, Blind Obedience isn't bad. He could have Rest in Pieces, which make Abrupt Decays good. But all in all, I don't think they are. And I don't think Severs are. He could be Entreat the Angels, but I don't know for sure. Blind Obedience is actually really good, and so is Lingering Souls against this matchup, because we have ways to wheedle him down eventually. Menders and Healers. Healers are okay. They're better than Menders because they're more aggressive. But all in all, Cloud Shift is really bad, I'd like to say, as it doesn't dodge Terminus or Supreme Verdict. So I'd rather have the Centaur Healers here, I think, as another... I don't want my creature count to get too low and want targets for the Disciples. But I will keep in a 1 of Cloud Shift as kind of like the 5th Restoration Angel. That looks good. We'll keep it like this. And the Blind Obedience is only coming in here just for the Extort. In my playtest yesterday, I did go up against this similar build, and it was the Blind Obedience that got me there. Ugh. This hand is very, very risky. I think I have to mull this. I love it. I love it. If I had one more land, it would be a keeper. And against Esper, I do have time, though. And these are exactly the cards I want to see. So maybe I don't mull this and just hope to run into 4 Farseeks or the other 23 lands. So it's a 50%, almost a 50% per turn to draw into one of those. And I think we have time to do that. So we have 2 turns to do that. Good 75% chance. Well, 250% chances. There's the Farseek. Okay, so we're in good shape now. So I feel good about that keep. We still do need to get one more land for this Slaughter Games. And I probably won't even name Tamiyo here. I'll probably name Sphinx's Revelation. I don't even know if he runs it instead of Tamiyo. Okay, we didn't hit it, but at least we hit something we can play. So, or Supreme. I could go Supreme Verdict here. We could just name Supreme Verdict, and that will get out one of his. But we're such a resilient deck that I can come back from that a lot of times. So maybe if I do... Yeah, I kind of don't want to run into a Supreme Verdict. We're gonna get rid of the Supreme Verdicts here. I don't know if this is the right play. I have a feeling he's got one in his hand, though. And counter it. Come on, do it. Do it. Counter. Supreme Verdict. Okay. How many did I get out of his hand? Oh, my first choice would have been the right one. Wow. So Demir Charm, he's got a lot of dead cards though. So if it would have named Sphinx's Revelation, man, he would have been just dead in the water. He's got Demir Charm, Ultimate Price, and 2 Sphinxes. Tameo. 4 more Terminuses. Got Detention Spheres. Yeah, maybe Supreme wasn't the right call here. He did bring in the Rest in Pieces, huh? Okay. But at least we get that sort of removal out of the way. And that Ultimate Price is really bad right now. We got the Dreadbore for one of his Planeswalkers, the Super Friends deck, so... Oh, we got both of them now. Let's go ahead and throw this Huntmaster out. So I probably will be throwing those Abrupt Decays in now that I saw Detention Sphere and Rest in Pieces. Rest in Peace doesn't do anything to his deck except for Think Twice's, which he might have sided them out. Still looking good though. And I don't know if it's in my best advantage. I'm just gonna play another Huntmaster out here. He could Terminus if he drew into one. But rather than Disciple of Bolusing here to draw cards, which I usually do, I'm just gonna run this Huntmaster out. Thragtusk, this combination can get us back in this game, keep us on par. And this is my version of Sphinx's Revelation. So if your meta does swing more on this, I built this deck completely for control, and last night that's all I was playing, and today it seems like it's been switched up into more control variants. I mean, I consider that first deck Jund as a control as well. If you do face control, this deck can very well move into a more anti-control feel with the Rakdos' Returns and Slaughter games. You can also go Deathrite Shamans, which are very good against control as well. So it looks like a Terminus. No, he's a Sphinx for 3. He needs answers here, and he has to keep me off from this Huntmaster flipping. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll take him down to 5. I'm hoping to top deck a land here. Yay! I get what I want. And now he is in very, very, very bad shape. This game is... I can't see us losing this game. But I've seen these decks come back from being in worse shape. And let's see if we just get a scoop here. Jason Tameo don't do anything here. Sphinxing for a lot again. Going to 9, he's dead. So stop wasting my time, dude. All right, game number 3. So, tempting, and that might actually be better. What did we see? We saw Rest in Pieces that can foil our plan, but this doesn't work, and Detention Spheres. But what is he going to desphere that I'm worried about him desphering? Probably better than the Cloud Shift. So probably 2 and 2. I'm going to go like this. I think Cloud Shift works versus Detention Sphere as well. They desphere it in response, but I'd rather have a more proactive card like Abrupt Decay. We'll go like that. And these definitely wouldn't come in, and neither would these. He is purely a mill deck. Another card that shuts this card, and we saw this at the end of the season when this Esper deck got very, very popular, is decks like mine, actually, is four Elixir of Immortalities could serve as dual purposes here. In fact, I might want to think about that. Putting, instead of Cathedral Sanctifier, just putting Elixir of Immortalities in this deck, as it does give me, basically, besides Tameo, as one in game 1, but it shuts down Jace completely.